Sometimes an entire season comes down to one step, one swing, one breath held by millions. Under the cold lights of M&T Bank Stadium, with a division title and a playoff future hanging in the balance, the Baltimore Ravens stood one kick away from survival. And then, silence. In one of the most heartbreaking endings of the 2025 NFL regular season, the Baltimore Ravens watched their year unravel in a single, devastating moment. With just seconds remaining and the AFC North title on the line, rookie kicker Tyler Loop lined up for a 44-yard field goal, a kick that would have sealed a comeback win over the Pittsburgh Steelers and sent Baltimore into the playoffs. The snap was clean, the hold was perfect, but the kick drifted wide right. The Ravens fell 26-24, and just like that, their season was over. For Loop, the realization came instantly. The moment his foot struck the ball, he knew it wasn't right. The sound, the feel, the flight. In the NFL, kickers live in a world where milliseconds matter, and this one was off. It was a cruel ending for a player who had been one of the most reliable rookies at his position all season, converting nearly 90% of his field goal attempts. But this was different. This was the first kick of his career with everything on the line. And it missed. The loss handed the AFC North crown to the Steelers and marked one of the most painful conclusions in Ravens history. Baltimore finished 8-9, missing the playoffs and recording just the third losing season under head coach John Harbaugh in his 18-year tenure. The game itself had been a battle worthy of the rivalry. The fourth quarter was chaos, lead changes, momentum swings, and explosive plays. Lamar Jackson delivered breathtaking throws that reignited hope, pulling Baltimore back from the brink and placing them in position for a final act of redemption. For a moment, it felt inevitable. This was how the story was supposed to end. But football has no mercy. As the ball sailed past the uprights, the stadium froze. Fans stood motionless. Teammates dropped to the turf. And Tyler Loop stood alone with the weight of an entire season pressing down on his shoulders. After the game, Harbaugh didn't hesitate. He wrapped his arm around his young kicker and walked with him off the field, a quiet gesture that spoke louder than any press conference. "This one hurts," Loop admitted later. And it did. For him, for the locker room, for a franchise that entered the season with championship expectations. Yet, even in heartbreak, there was something deeper. This wasn't just a story about a missed kick. It was a reminder of how thin the line is between glory and despair in professional sports, and how courage is often revealed not in success, but in failure. Tyler Loop didn't hide. He didn't deflect. He owned the moment. And for the Ravens, the offseason ahead will be filled with hard questions, reflection, and resolve. Because while this season ended in pain, the lessons, and the hunger, remain. In the NFL, redemption is never guaranteed. But neither is giving up. One kick ended the season, but it didn't end the story.